And we all know what happened straight after that. You saw Leon standing on the tee box at Huddle Park, and then off he went and decided to shoot his personal best ever and blow us out of the water, giving nobody a chance and becoming the champion at Huddle Park and his first victory, series victory. Much long anticipated. Leon, congratulations. Let's give him a round of applause, everybody. Well done, Leon. Finally, tell me, we'll go straight to you and get straight into the show. Tell me, how are you feeling now? Coral Creek for the Limpopo series. That'll be this Sunday. If you haven't played and you want to play, hit Ryan up and then he'll add you to the field. Fricky is on again because he came second again. Another great round of golf, Fricky. You almost had it. If only he didn't pull away as far as he did. Well played.
Yeah, when we went to the 10th tee, we saw Leon and I said, just give us a chance. And he said, no, okay, he will do that. And then he parred that last one. So he went to -9. So I think he was lying to me. So, yeah, look, at that point, we kind of knew that there's no ways for me to get there. So I was fighting for second place. So, yeah, very stoked on that one. And, yeah, happy I'm there again.
It's still nice to have your golf in a position that it is now. You've been on a proper upswing of form.
Yeah, I think in the last 3 or 4 rounds, I had a top 5 finish at the stage. And obviously this one that should have been, normally on a Duckhook event, -5 is a win, So, yeah, but yeah, it's lucky to be there. So, yeah. Yeah. Let's just say nothing.
No way. Well, as we know, that's how Fricky operates. He waits until this part of the season, and then he starts collecting massive amounts of ranking points, and then he pips the person at the end just to break their hearts. Can he do it again this season, Donnie? No, he can't.
No, because Donnie is going to do that.
Donnie, how you been? How was your round at Huddle? But you made... What? Sorry. I just heard something about 4 and then putt. Which hole did you 4 putt?
Yes. Which putter did you have, Donnie? Oh, really?
4 putt.
Oh, you probably weighted that thing wrong again.
Tinkering. Okay, boys, we're not the only ones talking amongst ourselves. We've got a whole bunch of guys who've joined us again. The first one that popped up on my side was old Ian Holtzhausen. How's it, Ian? Thanks for joining. And also a shout out to Ian. Well played. Another top 5 finish for you.
Yeah.
Sure, hopefully you win something before your handicap is totally destroyed. So we'll see what happens there. Werner Lebowski, good evening, Ducks. Good evening. Thanks for joining us once again, Werner. I got Hansi saying hello, dudes. And then this character, I'd like to know where you are, sir. Mornay O'Kelly, evening, Ducks. Duos, here we go. Yeah, we haven't seen you in a while, so let us know what's happening. Are you only playing team games now, or what's the story? Barry Fenter, I hope you're feeling better. You had to miss out because of a bit of an illness from Huddle Park. Jacques Gravenstein, hello, Ducks. Ian also. And we keep going, and then there's chat amongst each other. And then Steve says, can't hear Leon. Nobody else has said that. Only me, or can we hear Leon? I'm reading. Oh, okay, so maybe you can't hear Leon, which is not a good thing, because we can hear him perfectly well.
Yeah.
Can't hear Donnie either. Does that make sense? Please mute Fricky rather. Only Matt and Fricky. Yes. Okay. Guys, there's only one way to fix this, is for me to pause it and then call them back, and then hopefully everything goes to plan. So I don't really want to finish it, because if I finish it, then I don't know if I can come back on air. Hey, okay. So I'm going to press pause. Where's the pause button on this? and then hopefully we can come. Okay, no, I'm too scared to do that. So let's play the interview from Huddle Park and then some other things and see if I can get them back on, boys. Here we go.
Lekker.
Gary, no! Oh, freaking hell. Leon, what a great round.
Thank you.
Tell us, how was the day? Great golf.
Yeah, no, that was one of my best, I think, personally. I think this is also my personal best. -9.
Sitting on a -9.
-9. I'm chuffed with myself, especially with the way I've won it. I'm very happy for myself.
Gave nobody else a chance. What was the highlight of your game?
I would say definitely the driving and the putting. I couldn't chip to save my life, but yeah, the driving and the chipping was something spectacular. It was just going straight. Putting was close to the hole and all that stuff. So I just focused on making pass, and yeah, it paid off.
It paid off. Everybody's back?
Yeah.
Right, everybody say something.
Hello.
Okay, people, can you hear these guys? Donnie, go. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, testing. Frikkie se vorm kom 'n bietjie laat.
Leon, Frikkie.
Testing.
Okay, I'm seeing thumbs up.
Testing, second place testing.
I'm seeing thumbs up, so that's probably a good thing. And now Leon's decided not to join us. Let's go through the top 10 quickly. Here are the results. So Leon Oosthuizen takes number 1 spot, 800 credits, and -9, 45 points. You don't see that every day. As we mentioned, Frikkie coming in second, -5. Stefan Henriet, -3. And the countback, Peter Ploy, Ian Holzhausen, Grant Nell, Jan Venter, Ryan Jensen, another good round. Steve Saunders making his way up the player rankings and the Sunday 1 series, and Oki Brits. Congratulations to those boys. Right, Leon,
Yes.
let's just see. You can't hear me
We
now.
can't see your screen now, eh?
You can't see me.
You can't see the screen now, but now they say they can't hear me. That's impossible. Okay. Can you still not hear me? Let me just do this for my boys so they can actually see what we're doing. Otherwise, it doesn't help us. Okay. Leon, I can't
Yes.
hear Maz. Oh, my way. Leon, take us through your scorecard.
Yeah, well, as we all know, we all started on 1. Yeah, so the first 9 was quite exciting. Started with a bang off the tee with the driver. Dropped a shot there on the last hole, which is stroke 18. Thought I was 18 for the day, but then I realized I was a 17 handicap for the day. So then I turned on a -2. Then I started on the 10th, made a par there, and then on the 11th, had a bit of a shocker off the tee there. Hit the heel of the driver, and I pulled it to the left. And yeah, I just managed to save the double bogey putt there for a 1-pointer. And yeah, then I started with that lovely run where I just told myself to focus. All I need is pass. And then yeah, I got to the 15th, that short par 4, drove it almost, was half a meter away from the green, but it close to the hole and drained it for a birdie, and yeah, that was quite fun. Made a drop there on the 17th, and then yeah, the 18th was quite a fun one as well. Hit it into the trees. Wanted to play a flat iron off 5-iron off the back foot, but then decided against it and just hit it into the GR and get a release and then chip it on the green. Hoping to make a bogey there, but yeah, I was fortunate to make a par. So that was quite a run for me.
Fantastic. And now that the other people didn't hear the beginning of the show, the question we asked him was, how is he feeling now? And put in perspective, because he had won the Classic and he couldn't quite get to grips with getting a series event win. So give us that answer again.
Yeah, as I said, it felt like I was a one day wonder or whatever. It felt like I'm never win anything else besides that one specific Classic. So yeah, I'm super stoked with myself. proud of myself, especially knowing that, I can achieve this little thing with a handicap. And I mean, if Ryan was on the show, he would know that I'm one of those oaks that try to get my handicap as low as possible under the circumstances. So yeah, that's the main focus now, to get a single handicap. So yeah, got the one classic underneath the belt, one league game underneath the belt. So now it's just a major and then a low handicap. That's my focus for the rest of the year.
So why is it only Ryan that will vouch for that? I just need to ask that question. Or why can't we vouch for that?
He's Mr. Stats. He knows all the stats, and he knows that even if I play around in my private capacity or, with the Duckhook, I put my score in shot by shot. So I open up my Saga account and I put it in shot by shot. So I submit immediately after I've confirmed my score on my Duckhook app. So that's how I do. That's how dedicated I am to this sport.
I'll say a lot of admin. Shot for shot, I can tell you that much.
Yeah.
Flicky, let's go through.
Yes.
As we said, you came second. Take us through where you choked.
Yeah, I don't feel I choked there, although I did do 2 blackouts. Stupid mistakes. I think if I didn't have that blackout, I also would have had that massive -9. But yeah, I mean, to me, I played with Richard. I think that was probably the biggest motivation for me. He's hitting bombs, and for a couple of years we've been, giving each other some grief. And I think it just worked out for me in the end. There's lots of pars, and I think 1 birdie in the end. Look, it was 2 birdies, sorry. 2 birdies in the end. So, yeah, for me it was lekker. The last 3 games, I basically managed to get 1 good 9. Like a 35, I think was at Peakenwood, and a 37 the other day at Blair Athol. I just couldn't finish or round off with the second 9. And, in this event, I got both in play, and it worked out lekker. Yeah, just happy that I can manage that now.
Very good. We've got a lot of people singing your praises, Leon, so let's just put them on there. Leon Duplessis says, lekker, oh, Leon, well done. Jacques says, 25 points back, 9, incredible. That is incredible. I don't know if we're going to see that again this season. Werner says, goeie ronde, Leon Oosthuizen, well done. Steve, cut Leon and Flicky. I agree, cut them both.
Yeah, your legs off.
And then, I think that's pretty much what we see.
Guys, I just want to say, from Stephen Saunders, he was at the stage -5, so cut his legs off as well. Eh?
Yeah. I honestly thought Stephen was going to take it. And then,
I just want to give a shout out to my 4-ball, especially Grant, Nell, and those oaks, they actually keep me quite calm. I didn't want to watch the scoreboard, to be honest, because I knew I turned on -2 and I was just trying to focus to make some points. But Grant kept me calm, and he kept me focused, and he kept me motivated the whole time. So no, thank you to you guys for assisting me there on Sunday.
Yeah, it was fantastic. I actually played golf with Grant and Gerard and Tian today at Copperleaf, and I was asking him about your round, and he says he loved it. He absolutely enjoyed playing with you, and he enjoyed motivating you and trying to keep you in the zone. And that's one good thing about Grant. He's a special guy that way. He always wants to see the best out of everybody. So it's nice to see, and I think it happens in many of the 4-balls we play in. When one of us are in contention, we're pushing them to go and win it, because we want the winner to come from our 4-ball. Yes. Don, I don't think you've really said anything since they couldn't hear you. So why don't you tell us, what did you think about Huddle?
Yeah, like I said, I always enjoy the track. I don't think there was anything, horrible about it. Bunkers were a little bit suspect, but we all know that. But I think the greens and the condition of the course was pretty good, for this time of the year.
And they were doing some work. They're doing a lot of upgrades, because they're trying to get it to a level of the prestige courses, I assume, and you can see it happening. We do know it was a bit slow at one point, but it is. We can't have a perfect round an event every day of every Sunday. So it is what it is. But we move on. What's next? Glendower is the next Sunday, and then Thursday is at Krugersdorp. Frikkie, are you going to play?
Man, I'm trying to get in there. Hopefully, maybe last minute if I can, then I'll like to play there. Being sort of on form now, I think Krugersdorp might just be the one that I can take if everything goes well. But yeah, I will see how work commitments go. But I would like to play there.
He's going to have. Yeah.
Can I put something up? Ryan, handicap master, PS, Frikkie to a 2 handicap, please.
Ouch.
Look, I'm already being cut by 3 shots, eh? So come on, man. Just
playing.
Hold on.
We know how Frikkie operates. He's now in contention. So now he's going to be finding leave days. That is for sure. Let's just talk about this quickly. This was Vickers Lee. This is how close he came to a hole-in-one in the par 3 third. Damn, Vickers, if you're watching, or anybody who is playing in his 4-ball, give us a bit of a description of it. Where did the ball go when it hit that edge? And where is that edge? I mean, is it from the side? Is it from looking the tee box? Because that's ridiculous. That would have been an unbelievable shot. And another hole-in-one to go onto our honors board, eh, boys?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And I don't know if you saw Jakus. I mean, Jakus was like 5 centimeters away from the hole.
Yeah, I saw the pin sitting there. I was wondering if that is...
Yeah, so that would have been 2 hole-in-ones in one day. Eh? Crazy.
So, Frikkie's on form, and we've got our tattoo thing, and it's getting very, very close, and I'm hoping his handicap comes down very quickly, because it's getting closer and closer for me having to lose this bet, and the bet is simple. Whoever wins an event this year is 1 up, if you know what I'm saying. So I was doing a bit of what would a tattoo look like on me, and that's what it is on the wrist and that on a shoulder. Frikkie, which one do you prefer?
Shoulder.
No, take the wrist one.
I think the rest is going to be seared. Who's got tattoos here? Anyone? Donnie?
I think Donnie's got.
Yeah,
where's
shoulder.
the least painful?
On the shoulder.
They reckon it's one of the sensitive spots there on the wrist.
Yeah. Frikkie, where are you going to take it? Are you going to take it on the chest or on your butt?
I haven't thought about it because I haven't thought about losing at this stage. So, maybe it's going to be on the shoulder if I do have to.
I think we must all do a team thing, and whoever wants to go get one, we all go and get one. How about that? Maybe all the ones go and get one. All of them. And Donnie goes.
Group to vote for the tattoo spot.
Say again?
Can't we get the group to vote for the tattoo spot?
No way. There's no way.
Line up over here. Quack, quack.
Voorkom, that's it.
Yeah, that'll be crazy. Let's have a look at the pins that happened at Huddle Park. Who wants to take us through this?
Yeah, let me do this. I really want to. So, Jaco Jacobs, that's the one with about 5 or 6 centimeters away from the hole. It's quite great. Grain de Villiers, I think that's closest in 2. I don't think that was too far, though. Really good shot. Donnie on the 13th, which is great for my partner, and then his partner on the 17th. I think that was about 5 or so meters. So it's nice to see the Mighty Ducks in their full form back on the pictures.
Practice for next year.
Yeah.
Full absolute form there. Well done to these guys who won these closest. Let's go through the groups, the featured groups, Donnie.
Yeah, so we can see Group A, Grant Nell took it on -2, beating Graham de Villiers, Glenn Williams, and Billy Hall. Group B on +1, Sadel Steyn, taking it over Barry Fenton, Martin Tauta, and Jaco Jacobs. And then my partner over here is like -5, taking it in Group C, taking Hansi Hamman, Andre Buerta, and Tian Becker down.
Well done, boys. Frikkie, always got to have your name somewhere. It's not fair, actually. I got some responses about Vickers' hole-in-one. We'll go to Quibs first. We just heard a clank on the pin and saw the ball spin back. I took a pic from the tee box side on 2 o'clock. Okay, that makes sense. Thank you, Quibs, for taking a pic. I say this to many. If something happens around the golf course, take a picture, take a video so we can share it here, right, live and online. Vickers has actually told us, as I went in the hole and jumped out, came back towards the water about 3 meters away from the hole. The question is did you make the birdie? Did you make the par? That will be your next thing you can start typing, because from hole-in-one to making a 4 is kind of sad. if you know what I mean. Then we've also got Steve says, get one on the rib cage. He's referring to the tattoo. I don't think so. because I can only imagine that must be Sierra. No. And then when I say shoulder, but smaller than on the pick. It's going to be interesting as we build up towards this tramp stamp. No, man. The thing with a tramp stamp, I want to be able to see it. It doesn't help me put it in my butt.
Well, they will see.
But thanks. A ducking tramp stamp. There we go. Jacques says we can all vote where tattoo must go. No. I don't even want to go down this. I don't want to go down that road. Flicky, even though you came second, you also had your fair share of problems in streams.
Yeah.
Don't get wet now, eh? Hey boys, here is a Duckhook. This is not even going to work. I need to find a path like this, eh? Coach, how do you do this? Hey. That'll work. Coach, how do you do this? No, it's a...
Oh no.
Should you have not just taken the penalty, Flicky?
Oh no.
So the short story of that is it was lying great. I mean, there was no issue. It's just the path. I normally have an out to in path string, and unfortunately I had to have a in to out, and then obviously I had this bush full of water in front of me as well. So just shouldn't have done that. Could have been a -6.
Could have been a -6.
Yeah.
Which wouldn't have helped you much anyway, so that probably just
No,
gave you a handicap. Snip. Vickers says, made par. Well done, Vickers. At least you made the par. There we go. Thanks for the insights. Okay, let's get to some more of our Huddle Park graphics. Here we go. Head-to-head. Right, this was a bit of a walkover. Red team 8, blue team 2. I took out all the extra Bobby Funner space, if you remember. Okay, but I did it before, so this is still legit. -1 beating Pranay, Mitchell +5 beating Paul, Carl van der Linde +4 beating Robert, had a long day, Flicky beating Rich by 10 shots, Vickers beating myself by close to 10 as well. Leon, just lost out, Leon, just against
hard fought battle there with Ian also.
Hard fought. Adam Ford beating Leon du Plessis, Rudolph beating Kevin, Shandon losing to Jacques, and can you believe it? And Gerber losing to Steve. Now, Shandon and Gerard played Jacques and Steve in the team game of their final group match, and Jacques and Steve both beat Shandon and Gerard, but the match itself, Shandon and Gerard beat Steve and Jacques. 2-1. Can you believe it? It shows you. I think they were telling me Steve was -5 at halfway, and they were 2 down. Golf is a nasty game. Nasty game. There we go. Hole ranks. We'd like to look at this. Usually the par 3s feature as the toughest hole because I think there's less room for error. So as you can see, the 13th here, gents, is the par 3, the one up the hill on that saucer of a putting green, which is impossible just to get it close because it likes to roll on forever. That was the hardest hole at an average of 1.26. And then the hardest hole, that was the hardest hole. The easiest hole was the drivable par 4 15th, which was an average of 2.17, and the 14th was the second easiest, 2.14. Anything else stand out there, boys?
Let me tell you, that par 3, the 13th, it was actually crazy. One of my playing partners had actually a left to right putt there, and he was just over the bunk on the left-hand side, and that literally just trickled down almost to the front edge in the center. So it was a crazy pin position, but also the green is quick.
Leon, what holes did you make your birdies on?
The drivable par 4, I think it was the 16th or 15th. Yeah, the easiest hole.
And
hit it to up to the green, was half a meter away from the green, and just putted to the hole and then drained it for birdie.
So you contributed to that being one of the easiest holes, I'm sure. Donnie, did you make birdie?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, it's like I was a bit wide with my tee shot. I was on the par 5's pro tee box.
Just a little bit wide. Yo. Okay, so what does this all mean? I can tell you what this means. This is the Sunday Series 1 standings. Don't get it fright. Shannon's at 207 on top, and 237 is his final, all his points. So 207 leads the series. Steve has jumped up 2 shots behind now to second place, so he's within catching distance. Frikkie has jumped up from 15th position to tied third with that points haul he had, with Jan Vent on 204, so another, 3 shots behind. And then Richard, Oki are tied. Oh, you're all tied. There's 4 guys tied at 204.
Yeah.
And 202, 202, 201, 201. Donnie's there, Grant's there. So, yeah, lots to play for. Frikkie, you think you can catch him?
Look, Shannon is like, 3 shots behind, so in front. So, yeah, look, just give it a couple of rounds and, we will be there. The guys normally in front, they feel the pressure. We've been there, me and Donnie, as an example. So, we know how it feels. So, we need to keep on pressuring, giving them pressure.
Yeah, Maz, also, if you take, I think I was sort of, I think it's either 7 or 9 points behind, it's like the leader here. It's like before this round. And, Shannon didn't have a great round, but also not a bad round. And you can see how all the guys actually shot up. So if you think about it, like everybody up until 9th place has a chance to take this. So, and also remember from next month, if I'm correct, I think it's next month that we're all starting to play featured 4-balls in all the leagues. So, that also changes a lot. So I think we're going to have a couple of months of jumping up and down. I do believe so.
Well, at this stage, you and Frikkie aren't in the same 4-ball, which I suppose is a blessing.
Oh,
yeah, no, it's like let's just not talk about that. Finding form halfway to the end of the season.
If I can just add there, with my win on Sunday, I jumped 22 spots from 44 to 22nd.
Okay.
So I think if any of the auctions say in the spots of 20 or whatsoever can win, and
-9.
Yeah, but just an event or something, there is obstacle. A lot of guys move up and down and whatever. So I think it's still open. I think the leaders needs to look around. They just need a keen eye on the lower ranked people. They're coming for you.
I doubt you're going to see a -9 on Bindau or those type of courses.
Well, let's hope not. And if there's going to be a -9,
no, but I'm just saying with the ranking points as well. A win can definitely push you up there. So the guys just need to stay motivated and just go for it.
Speaking of ranking points, here they are.
Yeah, you're right.
Here's how the player of the season looks currently. Cornell is still there, 14 games, but he's going to struggle to get to 21 at this stage. So he needs to start playing. Steve has moved up. He's now in second position. Just look how close it is. Cornell's 98.91. Steve is 98.62. Grant Nell is played 20, is on 95. Wayne's on 21, 92. Donnie, there you are, 21, 91. So 7 points behind. Barent is there, Vickers is there, Jacobs is there. Frikkie, you're up there, 9th position. I said you're making your run. This is where it starts. And then Jan is also there on 10. So, again, I think if anybody in the top 10 gets 550 ranking points, then they've got a very good chance of climbing that ladder rather easily. All right, now let's just remind you of, we've got the Challenge 500 coming up. It's just 1 day shy of a month to go. We've got probably about pushing on close to 35, 36 people. We know that some guys will join a bit later. But let's just remind you of the Challenge 500, 9th of September. It's a Friday, 36 holes. Leon was just reminding us how he came second on the countback.
Actually, third on the count.
Third on the countback. Richard won it, and you just missed out. That would have been a nice one to win as well. Coaching tips. I'm sure lots of you like to see coaching tips and watch YouTube videos on how to actually swing a golf club. Grant doesn't know, but I Scalumpies filmed him today on the tee box and sent it through to Dylan for him to do a bit of an analysis on his drive. This is what he came out with. Good. And there's some things to work on. So here we go, Grant. This is what Dill had to say.
Okay, I just want to start off from this front-on angle here. A lot of good-looking stuff here. I think Granty plays with about a 7 or 8, something like that. A really good setup here. Ball position, excellent. Great knee flex, looks really strong. Beautiful V in the arms. Nice little trigger in the weight shift there as he takes it away. And this, although he releases the left knee a little bit there, I really like this position at the top. Great extension of the arms. We always like to see the right elbow underneath the left arm. That tells us the club is in a good slot. Okay, so really good shoulder turn, long arm swing, nice aggressive release of the legs. However, from this angle we can start to see where Granty can improve and where some of the issues arise. So the setup that looks so good from front on doesn't look so good now. It's very, very far from the golf ball. And obviously he's had a few heel strikes and he's moved a little too far from the golf ball. But also the lines are crossed a little bit. So the toes and feet sort of aiming there, shoulders wide open. So those lines are very crossed. And then it'll make more sense later. But basically, okay, we've got some setup and posture issues. So if we look at these posture lines, which really dictate not only swing plane, but really how far we are from the golf ball, which is one of the fundamentals of the game. Okay. So as he takes the club away with that little set, so far things are looking good. Even towards the top of the backswing, a little bit of movement of the legs, but not looking bad at all. Maybe the head is snuck over a little bit. That is what it would have caused the heel strikes. Okay, but here everything changes. So that right hip starts to move in and towards the golf ball. Okay, which is obviously not a good move. Okay, that flattens out the shoulder plane. Okay, which then obviously makes the club very steep on the way down. So that shaft angle, which is really the angle of our tilted circle. Okay, way too upright and getting more. And then we see it go outside the line. There it goes outside the line. Now it's gone outside the line because of these movements here. So that has moved closer to the golf ball, hence the club is going to move. He's tried to back out with his spine to compensate, but we can see that that has not happened successfully. So if he tries to swing on line, he'll hit that out way out the heel. So he swings hard to the left. Still hits it a bit out the heel, but creates a little bit of left to right side spin.
You can still smack it with that swing, you said?
Yeah, no, he drives the ball quite well and long.
Yeah, he hits it really good. But Grant, after seeing that, I hope you don't have an entire heart attack. So from you know a few things to work on. Let's hope it didn't jinx his whole game now, because he's going to be going to the driving range. What did coach say? Stand closer, swing this way. Gone.
Just what's that green line?
Yeah.
Whoever's playing with Fricky next time, just take 2 videos and send it to me, please.
Correct. You guys are welcome to.
I'll ignore it.
Always take videos and send it to me. Then we can see how each other's swings can improve. Grant says, go see coach. Better go see coach. He's already started. What did he say? What's that? Morales. Okay. There we go. Okay, Grant. So there you go. But he can't smash it. But he was spraying it a bit today, and that might be why. Boys, let's have a look at the teams. We've finally been waiting for this point in time so that we can continue into the round of 16. I'm going to take you through the current groups. The boys will help me. This is your group, Leon. So Putt, Putt, Bar, and Unthinkables are through. Happy, Leon?
Yeah, no, looking forward to this, especially with the type of golf I'm playing now. I think I might put a smile on Simon's face for a change. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the new games coming up. So no, when is it happening?
I'll tell you now. This is Group B. Steady Eddie and Handsome Hookers go through. This has been confirmed a long time already. So we go through. Steady Eddie's got 14 points. Handsome Hookers have got 11. Let's move on to Group C. There are one or two groups that are issues here. Sultan of Swing and Robert Bova have not been able to get to a game. But we know this year's rule that it's half a point if it's a forfeit, because it's not fair just giving teams 3 points, especially to the team who's going to qualify. So we're going to make a plan with Sultan of Swing. If they win that game, then they will go through. So we don't know who the second place is yet. Group D. Bogey Bunch and Single Divots. Now, this was billed as the group of death, and this is how it all unfolded. Single Divots went into the day on top, and as long as they didn't lose by more than 4, they would have been okay. Luckily, they only lost by 2. But Bogey Bunch literally went from last to the top on 7. So look how close it is. 7, 6, 6, 5, 5. Very, very close, but well done to the reigning champions, Trevor and Ronnie. They are through once again. Group E, I think this might be your group, Donnie.
Yeah, no, Vidra V is like on 13 points. It's good for them. They played well this season. And then Ketty and Clip as well on 9 points, going through.
Yes, the Oaks were almost lost. And then, 3 points.
Thanks, Maz.
Yeah, let's just say, Maz, I had to take a few aspirins on a few games.
It was tough.
Sorry, partner. Sorry, man.
Group F, Be the Ball, Become the Ball, and G-Force have gone through on 7 points each. Congratulations to those team. Be the Ball, Become the Ball, which is the longest name in history to write on small places. Cornell and Keegan, and G-Force is Gerard and Graham. They are through. They are in the draw. This is Group G. The Sparkies and Expendables are through. Sparkies topping it on 9 points with 3 victories. Mornay and Leon. And then Pranay and Carl, they are on 7 points. Let's have a look at the final group. The final group has 6 in them. Hit and Run are confirmed through. Here's the situation I was talking about. Bump and Run need to play Quavo boys. Okay, they're going to play at Krugersdorp. But the reason I need them to play this game is because if Quavo boys just say, we forfeit, then it's 1 point each, right? Bump and Run are hard done by because they can only go to 11. Whereas if they win this game, they can go through. So I'm making them play this because I want it to be as fair as possible, correct? We want it to be as fair as possible. The right teams need to go right through. I think, Fricky, one thing that we learn is that, if you want to join the teams and you only play Thursdays, don't join the teams. Not enough games in a season.
Difficult,
If you're going to join the teams, you need to commit to say, I can play Sundays as well. So we can it's only 4 games, get them done. So, yes, next year, I'm going to be saying that. What, are you only playing Thursdays? You're out. Interesting. Okay, I mentioned. So the draw has been done. So Group A1 will play Group B2. Group A2 will play Group B1. That's how it normally works in all competitions, and you go down. We don't do the wheel because teams are going to face each other again, and what's the point? We're trying to do it nicely. So are you ready? Ready, boys?
Bring it.
Only Leon's interested in this. Leon, I can tell you that I've already scheduled your game for Krugersdorp.
Yes.
There we go. Let's have a look. So Putt Putt Bar are taking on the Handsome Hookers. Whiskey and Oros, which is Louis and Yaku, will be taking on the Single Divots. Vidra V take on the G-Force. Sparkies will take on the winner to the Predators or Bump and Run. There you go, Leon. There's yours. Unthinkable, Simon and yourself will take on Steady Eddie.
Good luck, Leon.
You're going to need to play out of your shoes there, boys.
You'll need a -9 there, buddy.
Sultan of Swing or G&T will take on Bogey Bunch. Gets and Clip take on Be the Ball. And Hit and Run will take on the Expendables. So this is what it all looks like. These will be allocated, as you know, when everybody is playing. So let's try and get them done as soon as possible. You've already seen I need the singles to continue. I'm going to show you where we are on the singles in Glendower, because there's like probably 5 games. Once those games are done, then it will go very quickly because everybody's waiting for those guys to finish their games. And then within a few games, we'll be down to the final 3 on the cup and the plate. If there are teams that can play otherwise, then I will add you to Glendower. So let's just have a reminder of what the singles look like. This is the cup part of it. Round 3 we are into, where Steve Saunders has already beaten Cornell. So as you can see, moving to round 4, Steve Saunders is now waiting for the winner of Peter Prinsloo or Brian Owen. They are playing at Glendower. Clint Brutus beat Wayne Jensen 5-3 at Waterkloof. Graham is playing Louis Jordan. Louis Gerber is playing Granville Williams. So then, as you can see, as I mentioned, they will all whittle each other away there. Let's go to the plate side of things. Cyril Stain's already beaten Richard, so he's waiting for the winner of either myself, Robert, or Ronnie. Robert and Ronnie are playing at Glendower. Simon beat Carl. Jason is playing Jan at Glendower. Kunrad Pretorius Sr. beats
Peter Zach.
Beat Peter Zach. So I'm jumping ahead here. And then you can see in that final piece, Kunrad Pretorius Sr. has already played Barent. So that's the match that's got the furthest. And he won by the stroke 1. So Kunrad is into the final 3, Pretorius. You see? He's into the final 3. So that's what I mean. Once some of these games get done, we'll whittle them down very, very quickly. And then we'll be in position to continue. That is the singles. And we have now done 45 minutes. Let's just check the chat line. No, nothing besides Leon saying Sparky's for the win, which is always possible. I think there's good matchups, so it's going to be nice to see who prevails. Happy with the draw, guys?
Yeah, it's interesting, Mazza. I must say that the team games I'm looking forward to, quite tight matches on that one. I think the Unthinkables against Steady Eddie is definitely one for the books. So, yeah, good luck, boys. We'll be rooting for the winners.
Yes. Sorry, Don. Who wants to say something next?
No, I'm all good.
I'll pray for another -9, hopefully, there at Kruger's. So,
yeah.
Oh, that Kruger. There's no way people play -9 at Krugersdorp.
Yeah, I can tell you one thing.
First time.
Steady Eddie and Jason and Eddie are very difficult to beat. So you're really going to have to play well. That is it from my side. I just want to finish quickly by saying a massive, massive congratulations to Ashley Buhai, our latest major winner. Fantastic. If you watched it, she tried to throw it away, but she didn't. And then she eventually played an unbelievable bunker shot on the 18th, fourth player hole to earn herself pretty much $1 million, which, as you know, is close to 17 million rand. So she might as well retire now and be happy. Boys, did you enjoy watching that?
Yeah, no, Maz, let me tell you, I was glued to my seat. You know, I've known Ashley for a long time, you know, working at Royal, you know, also spending days at the academy. So yeah, she's walked a long road. You know, I'm very glad for her that she won. You know, this opens a whole new chapter, you know, of her life. You know, she's got a 5-year exemption. It's like on the LPGA tour, you know, so that will take a lot of stress off her plate. So she can literally just move there for 5 years and tee it up on every event, knowing there's no stress of pre-Qs or anything like that. So, you know, I think, you know, in the next sort of year, 2 years, she'll perform well on a few tournaments in America. So yeah, no, I'm very happy for her.
That's awesome. No, it's great to see, as you mentioned. It just opened up all the doors for her. There was Ian says he needs a partner for next year. That didn't go there. So, sorry.
Look at Donnie's face. He's already saying,
I need a partner for next year. Well, the guy commenting with you, Werner Lebowski, probably also needs a partner for next year. So maybe the two of you can hook up and become partners. But I'm sure. Never worry about finding a partner. You will find a partner for next year, and then we'll do it all again. Boys, that's it from me until we meet again next Wednesday as we build up to Krugersdorp. There's still space, so if you want to play, please do make your bookings. And then Glendower is amper klaar. So if you haven't booked yet, I think there's like 5 or 6 spots currently available. After that, we can add 1 or 2, but then we need to play faster, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Okay. The other thing I wanted to quickly throw out there is, how nice would it be to be able to do a shotgun start on some of our events?
Nice.
The only thing with a shotgun start is you can only max have 88 guys, because if you that's including 2 4-balls on par 5s, max, right? Because we pretty much take that field anyway. But the problem is we probably could only start at 12:30 with a shotgun start. We can't start earlier because the morning field has to turn and they're not going to do a shotgun. So I want to see if we can maybe try and add some special shotgun starts. That'd be nice.
Would be nice. Love golf, eh?
Hey, why not? Imagine everybody finishing at the same time. That'd be awesome.
I don't know. I would love that.
Yeah.
It's possible. Some courses will, I'm sure, will say, yes, let's accommodate. Some will just say, pardon? Right, I'm saying goodbye. Have a lovely evening. Have a lovely weekend. And we will see you around, gents. Cheers.